Peace, love, and light, family. This is Khadeeja. I do hope all is well tonight with everyone. I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on how I believe polygamy would benefit the Black family, especially. So, basically, first and foremost, I believe polygamy would benefit the children the most. We have the majority of our male counterparts incarcerated and incapacitated for whatever reason, right? Okay, so you have thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. You have millions single mothers out here raising children by themselves, right? Okay, so that's a factor on its own. Okay, you have other men who are not incarcerated, they're well and able-bodied, and they're out here, they're having children, they have multiple women anyway, right? They're fathering children by several different women anyway. Now, what if you took the standpoint of everybody coming together and being on the same page, right? And the men who are mentally stable, emotionally stable, financially stable, spiritually stable, came together with not only the women that he has already had children with, but say that particular family opened themselves up and say, hey, we're going to adopt, per se, another family into this union as well. Now, that second woman who, again, her male counterpart could have been incarcerated, he could have been deceased, he could have a mental illness. For whatever reason, he's not in the picture. But you have this able-bodied, mentally sound man who's able to spread his wings and, like I said, adopt another family within his own family. Okay, so now those children who are growing up without a father in the home present in their lives in the picture, now, okay, they have a strong male role model, a father figure, somebody who can teach them and go through the different rites of passages with that child to help groom those children, especially the young males, into growing up to be strong, sound, mentally well and able, financially, spiritually, emotionally stable and sound man. Now, it can't just be a egotistic type of experience. It has to be for the betterment of their entire family. It's not from a greed standpoint. Oh, I got this chick, I got that chick, I got this, and that. Nah, everybody would come to the table and bring something to the table. You know what I mean? So, like, if a man decides he's going to take on a second or third wife, per se, into the family, I do believe, like I said, number one, first and foremost, the children, for example, of that second wife who was raising children by herself. Now she has a husband, she has a helpmate, she has a partner, and the child is benefiting the most because now he has a mother and a father in that particular household or in that particular union. He has somebody to fill that void. He has somebody to look up to. He has somebody who can show him and guide him. And then the women of the union, they have to look at it very responsibly, very maturely, and look at it like, okay, we're sisters. You know what I mean? One could For example, okay, she maybe works outside of the home. She's helping to build the family business. The second wife, you know, she's holding down the house more so per se. She's cooking. She's keeping the meals on point. She's making sure everybody is eating right. You know, she's preparing the meals. You know, the man, he's out working. He's doing his thing. So everybody kind of has their role. You know what I'm saying? And for example, if a third wife came into the picture, okay, maybe her role is to do the homeschooling. You know, she's teaching the children. She's providing that that education standpoint to the family. And then, you know, at the end of the day, everybody is coming together. You know, they're talking about their spirituality. You know, they're keeping the Most High source energy at the foundation, you know, of the whole unions. So it's just how we've been taught and how we've been programmed. You know, a man can get, you know, 100 women pregnant at one time, but one woman can only be pregnant at one time. You know, for that 9 months, that 40 weeks, she can only, you know, procreate one at a time. And, you know, the way we really came about, you know, our heritage, and, you know, it was something totally different than what it is right now. Today, a man can have 7 baby mamas and it'd be just fine. But the second he says to his 7 different mothers of his children, the second he says, okay, look, everybody, I'm gonna buy a piece of land, I'm gonna build a house from scratch, and I'm gonna put all of us under one roof, and we're gonna be a family, we're gonna be a union, you know, we're gonna build up our own dynasties, and, you know, we're gonna really make some things happen and make a mark on the world. The second he tries to put everybody together, they crucifying him. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking? No, that's just so frowned upon. Polygamy, oh, that's just so horrible. But let that same man in the same situation with those 7 different children's mothers, let him not see 3-4 of them women and all of their children 6-7 times out the year. He's neglecting the majority of the children, the majority of the mothers. He's nowhere in the picture. The children don't know him as a man. The children is not watching him build. The children are not being nurtured by him. The children are not seeing what a family structure is supposed to be like. These women have this one thing in common, that they all have children by this one man, but he's not taking all of them up under his wings. They're fighting for his attention. They're fighting for his affection. They're fighting for his financial ties to provide for his seeds, instead of everybody coming together and like say, let's build one unified front for these children and grow. I mean, what's wrong with that picture? Like, how did we stray so far away from something that was so natural to us? You know what I mean? Like, our race of people, we're dying off more than we're reproducing, right? And when we are reproducing, the women are pretty much, in a lot of situations, having to do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? And like I stated earlier, for whatever reason, if the man is not in the picture, she's left to basically bear the burden of having to raise these children by herself. There's not a whole lot of just plentiful, abundant, you know, men out there who, like I said, are mentally sound, spiritually sound, financially sound, emotionally sound, who could handle the responsibility of nurturing and providing for several women and several children. But the ones that are capable and who are sound, it is my personal opinion that if those particular men, most men gonna have several women anyway. Just the biggest thing about it, that's nature. That has been since the beginning. It's gonna be to the end and everywhere in between, right? So with knowing that every man, most likely, even if he's married, he's still probably gonna have 2 or 3 on the side. That don't mean he disrespecting, everybody. That's in his DNA. That's in his genetics, right? But the men who are able to openly and be honest about it and come and bring all of the women together, even if they don't live under one roof, if he's, able to provide, 2, 3 houses for, however many women it is, but everybody has that common understanding. We all gonna take his last name. All the kids gonna have his last name. We all working together for one purpose. We all building together. We're growing together. We're gonna buy a little plot of land. We're gonna grow our food. We're gonna have our own little education study system set up. We're gonna have our own little spirituality system set up, and we're all gonna build for a common goal. Then that would be so beneficial to us as a Black collective. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right there. But again, that was my opinion. I do believe that it's something that it would be beneficial, for the Black race in general. A lot of societies do it. We're just the only ones who can't get our stuff enough together, from jealousy and greed, and we can't come together. It's always got to be, oh, mine, 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 mine. A lot of women have that perspective. Oh, I'm not sharing. I have to be possessive. I have to claim my property. Not knowing that, okay, yeah, you might have a boyfriend or you might have a, significant other. 9 times out of 10, you sharing with 5, 6 other women anyway. And 9 times out of 10, he just lying about it or, keeping you in the dark about it. You might already even know about it, but he's not openly communicating with you. So that's keeping a bunch of animosity and negativity within your spirit, within your life. But if everybody could come together, be adults and be mature, and everybody's working towards the same goal, and everybody's keeping their physical bodies clean, everybody's eating right, everybody's making sure, that their physical health is up to par, and so everybody stays good, and just kind of get all of that negative perception just out the window, and like have respect for building. Because if it's already like this, if men are basically, if women are outnumbering men, what is this, 13-1 in general, just regular general statistics, what is it going to be like in 10 years? Okay, now it's 10 years later, it's what? It's 30 women to every 1 man. Then what y'all going to do? What y'all going to 15 against 15? Okay, we're going to take each other out, and then whoever's left standing get the men. I mean, seriously, come on now. We're too intelligent for that, to not be able to know how to build. It's up to us to take care of us and provide for us as a species and as a Black race. So, just some thoughts that you can kind of ponder on, and we can agree to disagree. That's perfectly fine. Everybody has their own opinions. But I just look at the bigger picture collectively. I think about all these single women out here and all these children out here who are growing up with no fathers, not only in the home, but nowhere in the life, period. Not even to see and have nobody to look up to. So, you know, us as women, we're left to try to figure out how to teach little boys how to be men when physically it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? And it's men out here who are capable of extending his wing and adopting in a family into his already family, you know, having an extended family, however y'all want to look at it, however y'all want to set it up, however y'all want to, you know, label it, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's just time to do something different. Things is not getting no better. You know, inflation, people dying, like, I mean, it's just time to do something different. It really is. It's like, you know, we're contributing to our own demise. And we got to be more accountable. We really do have to be more accountable. And, you know, and to the men out here, you know, I love y'all. I respect y'all. Not knocking nobody, not putting nobody down. But at the same time, accountability, you know, knowing how to take responsibility. Responsibility is basically the ability to respond. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not mad at you. I have brothers. My oldest brother, oh my gosh, has, you know, good gosh, at least 16 kids by how many different women? You know what I'm saying? Now, not saying nothing is wrong with that, you know, but what's more beneficial to have dozens of children just out here and the mama's trying to figure out how to best provide, or to have that man step up and say, look, not only am I going to take care of all of my children, I'm going to take care of all of the mothers too. You know what I'm saying? Once you put that seed into that woman and you have that offspring, not only are you responsible for that child, but you're responsible for the well-being of that mother too. The mother, she has to take care of that child 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, while you out on the other side of the country or down the street out there making more babies and leaving the women to fend for themselves. It's time to be accountable. We got to do better than what we doing. Period. I love y'all. Have a good night.